John, from your understanding, what does it mean to be a fifth-dimensional being?
Well, it's very different. I feel like when I get up in the morning, I'm just a different person. Happenings, circumstances that may have triggered me don't anymore. It's a life change. You actually feel lighter, and you feel like you want to, don't exaggerate this, but that you want to love everybody, that you don't look on the dark side. You look on the light side. It's just what you become and what you have become. When you have certain situations, you just blow right through them and out the other end without having all the bad thoughts or terrible thoughts that maybe in the past you used to have. So, I mean, to me, that's what it means.
So the fifth dimension it's not a place. It's not a way station on the way to heaven. It's not a place where we're all going to suddenly be completely love and light and wearing wings on our back. It is a state of mind, a way of being.
Absolutely. Very well stated.
Do you think it's possible? Do you have any information about when we will completely leave? I mean, we've heard that we've left the third dimension behind, but when that will be true for all of us?
Well, of course, that's the big one. I've asked the question before, and what I get is there really isn't an answer yet. It's a matter of the more that we as individuals can, Michael used the term communicate, that positive feeling so that everybody sees it in us, regardless of where we're at. And that just continues to grow and grow and grow. Geometrically, it'll happen. But as far as what year or exactly when, I don't know, and I haven't. Nobody's volunteered that information, Sandy.
It's interesting, the question about how will we know. I think many of us are looking for something big to happen that will tell us that finally, everybody's getting it and things really are shifting. And sometimes we do see things like that, but it's hard to recognize them because they're not as big as maybe we thought they would be. But from what I can gather from Michael, it's looking for the little things. It's the people being kinder to one another. It's people not reacting maybe in ways that they used to react. It's people being creative and starting something in their community.
That's what it's all about. I know my father always used to tell me about how if you wanted to have a savings, you didn't start with dollars, you started with pennies, and they added up to dollars. Sam Walton, the creator of Walmart's, was that way. He felt that was the way that you could create wealth, and not necessarily what he ended up being, a billionaire, but that could be done for everybody. And, you take it out of the financial realm and put it in the spiritual realm, that one step at a time, that one good deed after another, and after another, and next thing you know, you are that person.
Did you want to add something, Joan?
I was just going to say, and the more that you follow that line of thinking or that line of feeling, the more confident you become in yourself.
Good.
You build the confidence that no matter what happens, that you have the creative ability to either change it or make it bigger. And it's that confidence that grows within you as you experience it.
I want to share something because I've made no secret over the years of doing this show how I love synchronicity. And for me, that is always my proof, if you like, of things that really are, that I'm in the flow. And I didn't expect us to have this conversation today. And last night, I couldn't sleep well, so I picked up a magazine that I've had hanging around for a couple of months. And all I kept reading about were people who had used their voice. The organization change.org, which is fabulous for people setting up petitions. You don't have to know who to go to. You don't have to be a well-known person. Anyone can set up a petition. They help you. there were reports about some of the petitions where one person had got very fed up with their bank a few years ago for starting to put charges on the use of their debit card. She started a petition and enough people joined it, and it made the bank change their mind. A young boy complained about the young fashion store Abercrombie and Fitch, which does tend to cater to the young and beautiful. And one boy complained about the fact that they didn't do their fashions in large sizes. And many, many people joined him. The petition went out, gathered loads and loads of signatures, and 2 weeks later he was invited to sit with the CEO of that company to talk about how we can change things. So there's a piece of synchronicity that's happened for me personally that I've taken note of in the last 24 hours, that things are changing, that we are getting into this flow, and people are using their voice.
Yes, and those are the things that we need to put out there, that we need to communicate to each other. Did you see that? Did you see Abercrombie and Fitch did this because this young man showed them it was needed in their marketing program? These are the things that we need to keep in the forefront of people's consciousness so they have frames of reference that it is happening, that we are creating it.
But we have to look for it because you'll never find it on the front page of the New York Times.
No,
so we have to look, and then when we find them, tell everybody we know.
Well, this is why I love supporting organizations like Change.org. They do tell you about the triumphs. They've managed to stop all kinds of things, even changing governments in third world countries and the laws of the way women are treated. And also Nation of Change, which is a wonderful online newspaper, if you like, but they're always telling the truth, and they will fight campaigns against Monsanto. They will spearhead them. So, yes, I mean, this was, for me, and I hope it was for our listeners, this was a very timely message and a very timely reminder.
When you hear things, use your email. Tell people about them. Refer them to these websites so that they, too, then begin to see, and ask them to share it with their friends. This is something that we can do very easily, each one of us, to keep that flow in the reality of everybody about all the positive things, the changes that are made every day. We can affect that change just by that level of communication, either by speaking it to someone else, telling it to someone, putting it in an email and asking them to forward it. There are so many things that we don't even realize what we can do to affect these changes.
We're almost at the end of the show. I want to, as I said, for me it has been a very, very timely reminder. I hope it has affected other people that way. I don't want to suddenly move away from that topic, but I am conscious of the time that we have left, and I really want to ask what you two are doing right now.
To me, the most exciting thing that we have done in a while is put something together in the sound arena. And we've just put up on our website 3 different meditations that Joan has done with the help of course, Gabriel. And behind it, we have played the crystal bowls, Joan and I together. And we've always gotten great reception when we've done this in our home or other places. We found a great young man that recorded this for us and put it up there. It's just wonderful, and we'd love to have people take it, try it, see what they think about it. But I really think it might give them a positive change, and it's very exciting. Joan?
Well, it's the energetics that Gabriel transmits. Even though it's a recording, you can feel that angelic presence. Not only that, you are using the sound currents of those crystal bowls, and it's all around the heart, your sacred heart. There are 3 different meditations, and it puts you into that sacred heart, that creative space, that space of love to receive and to give. So it's a very timely piece, and they're, at a very nominal fee to download them, and we encourage anybody that might have interest to check it out. The other thing is we are going to have a free teleconference call in January, the date hasn't yet been set, where we talk about fifth dimensional energies and what it's going to take to have that more present in your conscious awareness and in your body. And then in February, we're going to start a series of teaching about how to upgrade the body, prepare it for more of its crystalline function. So these are some of the things that we have in the works and that we're really excited about.
Can we really upgrade our physical body?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Can
you
I
are
have
that
a tall
powerful.
One, please? Can I have a tall one?
Well, I don't think you're going to see that kind of change, but you're going to see a vibrational change within you and the way in which the health and well-being that you're able to maintain and sustain, you're going to see that happen.
Yes, Sandy, I've always been looking for that stretching machine because I know I'm the perfect weight for somebody who's 6'5". Unfortunately, I'm not.
So how long will that piece of teaching be? Is it going to be an online course?
It'll be a teleconference course.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be every other week for possibly 8 weeks, 8 sessions. There'll be about an hour, hour and a half. There'll always be a channeling and a teaching. That's the format.
And a meditation.
And a meditation guided by Archangel Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
So when will you be opening registration for that?
Probably toward the end of January.
Okay, so if anybody listening wants to register, their interest to register, can they email you or sign up for a newsletter?
Yeah. We will announce it and send out emails to anyone who signed up for the newsletter.
But you could go on the website and find it.
Or you can just contact us and tell us of your interest.
Thank you. Wonderful. I'm kind of a bit, as I said at the beginning of the show, discombobulated, and I'm still feeling somewhat that way, so I'm a little bit at a loss for words. I really can't thank the two of you enough, and certainly Archangel Michael too.
You are most welcome. And, you know, what you're feeling is that excitement of that archangelic presence, because I'm telling you, they are so excited for us and for what the potential that we are going to be able to create in the next few years. When they come, they just exude that love energy, but they exude that excitement for humanity. It's a very real feeling that you feel, whether it's a recorded message or, you know, it's an in-person thing. It's a very powerful energy that they give us.
We really appreciate you, Sandy, because you do such a wonderful job of interviewing people and getting out what the true facts that I'm sure your listeners want to know. And for that, we're grateful and thankful for you.
Thank you. One last question. Joan, you're channeling these amazing beings frequently, and John, you're around it. Mm-hmm. And you're channeling in your own way, too. Do you walk around in a state of bliss?
No, not always, but I'm pretty happy. There's very little that really upsets me. If it's a difficulty, I know that I have the solution, and I just move on. I don't allow things that used to bother me to weigh me down. I'm too busy. I just have a whole different way of thinking and feeling. Because as I've channeled this information, I have done the work that goes along with it to change my system along the way and the way I think and the way I choose to feel. And I choose to be happy.
Thank you for this information, and thank you for standing up and doing what you've been invited to do and participating with the archangels in this way.
We're delighted, and we thank you so much for inviting us. Really great fortune to be shared from the angelic realm. We just are very honored. So we thank you so much, and we appreciate it.
My pleasure. Joan and John Walker, thank you so much. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon.